and almost when there was, the markets were crashing because of COVID, and that was a catalyst for getting into Discord, where I met a lot of good friends of how to purchase and buy a CryptoPunk. That has evolved into, you know, uh, the physicals that you see behind me. If there's a mask over here from Maskey, this is a carpet. This is a digital screen. So it has evolved from one common theme being Crypto Novo, which is a character that has been seen walking around events, talking on stage in the metaverse, in VR. Um, and it really has transpired to what Web3 has been a connecting resource for multiple things, through technological advances to simple communications like we're having here. Well, I mean, that was one of those things back in the day, is you support them and they support you. I got the CryptoPunk artifact shoes, and trust me, when I was getting the artifact shoes back then, spending that type of I forgot how much it was, but it was like, $1,500 on a pair of shoes, $2,000 on a pair of shoes. But in return, it came back with what, three, four clones, three clones per participation that you had in it. And then with that was the participation of the meta pigeons that you got just for minting them, and those turned into artifact clones as well. So that was very helpful, but not only helpful, but also helpful for other artists, because I'm able to take time and feature them and showcase what they're bringing about, and being able to get out to IRL events, very similar, to the events that you guys have been hosting with Punks Club. And it's been good to have a community and community members like yourselves, like other ones that are listening and watching, to all be part of this. It helps. Yeah. I remember, because not to age myself, but yeah, the Web 2.0 days where it is like a reset of it. Now in Web 3.0, exactly what you're saying is now you can reformat it yourself. It's an equal playing field, and not only that for industry, but also for artists as well. Now artists have a reset of how they can display stuff digitally and the ownership of it, which is a very significant aspect in all of it. And I want to thank you guys for one, meeting you guys in purpose, two, having your products as a collector, and being able to, use those products in a physical way. And then, also like if you're seeing in Decentraland with your guys' wearables in a metaverse way too, and right here, I'm going to be claiming. I'm streaming live, so we're going to be claiming some wearables, which are some balloons, and then some also like backpacks that are like wings. And that's just like another cool engagement piece. I know upstairs, because I've already claimed it, is there's a Poe app. So people that are watching now, swing on over. Right around negative, what is it, 62, negative 10, 102, 103 in that area, negative 61, negative 103, and pick up those wearables, because it's all part of the fun and the interesting aspect. We're here able to talk through means of maybe communication that weren't maybe so far established 2 years ago, 3 years ago, even 4 years ago. It's completely absent, and it's the hyperdrive of it with like-minded individuals like yourselves.
of people, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. That's what I love about this.
Yes. Well, I think it's being an active participant in the space because you just got to go out there and do it. And it's meeting like you guys, if it was out in NFT London, or if it was getting on stage at the NFT NYC 2021, is just going for it and not, being worried to take that risk. Because a lot of the risks that I was, taking, maybe just sticking my neck out there, being different, has actually grown the true friends in the space, looking at me for, who I was, just being a friendly CryptoPunk owner, trying to amplify other artists in the space. and seeing how they we've all grown together is, the most important aspect, because that growth includes onboarding more people, and the more people that we have in this space, the more fun that we're going to have to enjoy it with each other. And so, the huge aspect with that is just having those bonds, being an active participant, and going out there. And if it's in the metaverse, going into the metaverse. I would have I'm sporting a Doritos bag right now on the back of my avatar, and that's mixed in with a Crypto Novo suit, and that suit emulates the same one that I was on stage with. So like, those are what you can do to make yourself unique, play on words there, and set yourself apart in the space as well. Because um, one, it's fun to make and create behind your own brand or your own image, but two, it's also fun to share how you can do that with other people. And very similar to paving the paving the way for others in the way. We all have our strengths and weaknesses on it, and we find and build off of each other's strengths to almost like a chain, just like the on chain is. We know that once those chain links are together, they're held stronger together than just by themselves. So here's the story behind that is Family Man, and this is a family punk. And when we were looking for purchasing the next punk, because don't get me wrong, I mean, back in the day, even though we got this punk for a couple grand, that's pretty much our paycheck, and paychecks plural. So when we were deciding to pick up this crypto punk, I had a couple that we were looking at, and this one was a five trait, and there was a couple other five traits that we were looking at. And the reason those five that we were looking at five traits is back in the day, before they did an upgrade to the Larva Labs website, the CryptoPunks website, John and Matt asked what they can do to maybe do improvements on the website. And one suggestion is like, yeah, there's a lot of us as far as community members that like look at five traits as a stat and six traits as a stat, and seed phrase with the seven trait, the only one out there as a stat. And they actually added that to the website. And at the bottom of all the attributes, you see attributes for different attributes. If it's a one trait, two trait, all the way up to seven trait. So I was eyeing in on five traits, and my son actually picked out this CryptoPunk to answer your question. And when he picked it out afterwards, I said, after it was purchased, I said, well, why'd you pick it? And he's like, oh, I picked it out because it was the coolest. I go, did you know it was a female CryptoPunk? He says, I didn't care. It looked the coolest. And that's what he picked it on. So like, art is all in the eye of the beholder. And he was the one that, saw the coolness in this one, which I agreed. It had the most color, with the shades, with three different colors of pink on the shades, the red nose, the green, the blue, the black lipstick, and even the gold earring. It has lots of the colors to work with. I I went on Discord and just asked like, how would you even purchase this? Like what do you do? Like a credit card? Like, so like some true OGs, there's like, hey, this is it was honestly like Snowfro and Pranksy and Tony Herrera and Claire, and they're like, well, this is a MetaMask wallet. Here's literature on it. These are the things you don't want to do. And once you have that, you want to acquire some Ethereum, and I was privy to cryptocurrency before that. I mean, I think I got some like XRP like in the 3 cents range before it was even on major markets. So I was able to at least figure that out through MetaMask. Um, and with that, just was able to get a CryptoPunk. And it was like the same thing. Is like you didn't really know what was so much happening in the space, but fast forward, I had such trust in the community that myself and another community member actually had a 5 punk CryptoPunk trade where I traded 3 punks for 2 of his rarer punks and also a Justin Aversano. And that was just like a straight up trade. Like, who goes first? What are we gonna do? Like, and we're both like totally freaking out, like trading these assets. But granted, these weren't at the time $100,000 assets. These were like thousand, maybe $2,000, $3,000. But still, like, you're trusting someone else that you didn't meet outside of Discord, and you have no way of tracking them down, and you're just kind of on the honor system with that person. The person ended up being a good friend. So, yep. Yeah. So like shortly after it happened, like I thought I was like 100% out of the game. I mean, it's like losing your shadow. I spend more time looking at this AR filter of my CryptoPunk and other things on my CryptoPunk, and the community saw that as we need to get this person's identity back, and there was, you know, a wide range of people who helped in this, from artists to developers to people who wrote the smart contract to making the websites to hosting 67 straight hours of spaces. And it all culminating with, like, I really couldn't do much of anything. I was dealing with just the fallout of it, talking with cybersecurity experts, talking with security experts, talking with lawyers, and just a list goes on and on. So I didn't even have really time to even think or fathom it. And then before you know it, there was like a scale of like, we've earned this much, we're this much closer to it, we're this, and then all of a sudden, within 4 days, they've collected enough through selling art to fundraise. And I didn't ask for it. They asked for my blessing, and I'm like, yeah, at that time, I would take anything. And the community really rallied behind the cause, and the cause was just helping someone out. Very, I guess, so much as karma would go as me trying to help out anyone walking into IRL events that I go to, and like seeing you guys at at Punk's Club parties, and just being able to hang out, shake hands, talk ideas is a huge part of it, because those ideas transform into businesses for people where you can monetize or make ways of living for not only you but your friends and your friends' families, and that's the important aspect of it. And through that, it created more creativity in the space, if that's even fathomable, because a lot of those artists did reach their thoughts on what got depicted through art using Crypto Novo, and a lot of that art was therapeutical for me, and it gave me a chance to keep my mind off of the tragedy and focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. And it shows that there's more good people in the space than the negative people that were, you know, hacking, scamming, whatever they're doing. That is not a positive way of getting more people here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's what it is about making memories. And for the people who are watching on the big screen in Decentraland, because it's getting packed in here, right behind you is the POAP. I was able to get one, and there's wearables downstairs, and and I appreciate being up on this panel with other significant people in the space that have put contributions in different ways. If it's physical clothes, if it's art, I love the idea of having making you going till the kill and just firing up a claymation, for lack of a better term, and just like sharing it with people. That's just such an amazing idea, and that stuff is now feasible and possible through Web3. We're so early in this space. Just kind of almost to sum up the beginning of the conversation is, just talking about how this is the beginning of it, just very similar to an equal playing field of what Web 2 was back, you know, just 20, 30 years ago. And it is an equal playing field in all the realms. And, you might not know everything, but being an active participant is key. So the ones that are watching today, you're two steps ahead. And if you keep on paying attention, keep on finding your own niche, you'll find your way in this space. And, you might have to hit the reset button. I have, but you can always build. And that's the thing is wake up and build. And that's what we're made to do is aliens, apes, and zombies, just keep on building. So I appreciate the time, the microphone. I love what you guys have built here. You got wearables, you got beautiful architects that is built your guys' headquarters here, and POAP for the occasion. So I appreciate you in the metaverse and hope to see you all also in real life. Thank you. Stay positive and love life. Peace. Well, my aliens, apes, and zombies, have a good one. Stay positive and love life. Peace.